Okay, we're going to do another update on my Starship build, the Enterprise Refit. I had some problems. I had to build a new board. I was so pissed off. I ended up having a filament get caught in the Uno, or the Adreno Nano, and it shorted out my 5 volt rail, and so it was grounded out, and I tried everything to fix it and I just couldn't. So I thought it was easier just to rebuild it, and I ended up just soldering a new board together. I'm getting good at it. This is my third time, so it gets faster and faster as I do it. I had this one soldered up in like an hour, and I ended up hooking it up to just a light board here. It's just some lights, LEDs with some resistors, and slowly numbering the cables, putting little dots on them to identify them. And I started work on the saucer, adding my LED strips to it. It's coming out pretty good. I only have a meter of the LED strip. I'm using the cob strips, a lot more lights per meter, and it seems to be working pretty well. I've got it light blocked pretty good. I put the cover on, and yeah, there was only a couple little spots I've got to touch up. Added some buttons, my photon button, warp field button, to the Nano, so I can activate those on the system. But the one thing I'm really excited about is I did a lot of research, and I wanted sound, but I tried running the sound through the Arduino, and I don't know, it just didn't sound good. I had to use very low quality wave files, and I wasn't happy with it, so I disassembled it. And I did some research, and I found this on a Halloween site. There's these boards, and they're not very big. They're kind of tiny, little board like that, and it's a MIDI player. You can hook it up directly into the Arduino if you want to and program it. But one of the simplest functions with the dip switch settings is each of these channels here on the bottom are coordinated with soundtracks on an SD card. So you have a ground pin here, and as you touch each of these channels, it plays a different sound. And you can have a 3.5 jack on here with amplified speakers. I'm just using a 5-watt speaker right now. I put it in a little tub to help with the sound. But I'm going to use this because the sound is like so much better. Here, I'll plug in everything so you can see it. So we've got everything going. We've got my lights starting up, my nav lights, flashing lights. The flood lights start coming on one at a time. And then once it gets to the end, they stay on. Then the yellow amber comes on. And when I hit the blue button, the yellow amber fades away and the blue engines come on. When I hit the warp button again, warp engines come down, the yellow amber comes on. If I hit the red button, I don't know if you can see them there. Got 2 red lights that do a photon effect. But the cool effect is a sound. So what I'll do is I'll take the ground here right now, and I'll ground out channel 2, which is my theme song. Let's see.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Is that cool?
Her ongoing mission, to explore strange new worlds.
And each channel does different things.
And use
Photon phasers. I have this warp effect I might tie into when it changes. I'm not sure. It just does a little. That's totally cool.
Space, the final frontier.
So now I have to figure out the rest of it. The lighting's going well. I still have nav lights put in, strobe lights. I've got some yellow thruster lights I'm going to be putting in. I've got to build the bridge and the lower part, the saucer part on the bottom, and the red lights for the impulse engines. And once that's all done, then I'm going to start on the body and the nacelles. But I'm going to keep this breadboard set up because I can plug in my wiring as I go along and just test everything out, make sure it all works. And then once everything's built, I'm going to put it on a base and we'll take it from there. But so far this is pretty good. I don't know where I'm going to mount the soundboard. I can mount it anywhere I want. It's not very big. I could mount it on this or off it. I'm going to try and find a base, maybe a shallow photo box that I'm going to do something with where I can add my buttons and stuff like that. But that's my update so far. It's coming along nicely. Hopefully I don't have to rebuild this another time. 3 is enough. Okay,